Hi guys, welcome to the next in my Ask Ali videos. I hope you and your families are all keeping well, enjoying this sunshine. It's unbelievable this weather since we've had to close the golf club, isn't it? But you know, what can we do? So today's question I'm going to answer has come in from Steve Clubb. So Steve's a member at Tiverton, and Steve said that he just struggles with chipping generally, so he'll take any advice he can get to help his chipping. And I've had a few other people email in saying that just after any drills or games they can play at home, and particularly I think some people haven't got their golf clubs at home, sadly. So what I'm going to do today is give you a drill you can do with any kind of wedge. So hopefully you've got an old sandwich lying around at home if you haven't got your full bag of spanners. And this drill will be fun to play in the back garden, but also give you a little bit of help with your chipping. So I've set up a little station over here. Like any practice drill or practice game, I would always suggest you have some kind of target, some kind of way of keeping score or competing against someone else in your house or whatever you. So very simply, I've just chucked a load of balls on the floor here, and I've got a bucket out the garage there. I'm going to try and chip the ball into the bucket, but with a bit of a twist. So one of the most common mistakes we tend to see people make with their chipping is they're very static when they're playing the shots. They're very tense over the ball. There's a lot of tightness in the grip, and you can see that resonate across their swing. So the age-old person who's had a bit of a shocking chipping lesson in the past, for me, would have the ball back in their stance, hands forward, and keep their wrist really still and try and kind of play some really firm wristed shot like that. Now, I'm not going to say that's wrong, but what I will say is that's not how I would play my short game shots, or how I would encourage anyone else to play. Short game should be all about touch and feel and control, and there should be a lot of flow to that. Now, I don't know about you, but anything else I'm doing in life, whether it's golf or other things, I would tend to try and think that I'm going to be nice and gentle and relaxed. I'm not going to be not going to be too tense and spasmodic with my actions. I want to be as flowing as I can. So a really simple drill you can do to help with your chipping and make sure you've got a nice bit of flow in there is to chip with one hand on the club. So as a right-handed player, I would normally set up to a chip shot, something like that. All I'm going to do is take my left hand, pop it behind the back of my behind my back like that, and I'm going to try and chip the ball into that bucket. But what I'm looking for is a nice, smooth flow to that swing. There's no aggressive speed there. There's no firm wrist. I mean, there's obviously a little bit of control of my hand. It's not totally floppy, but it's not locked rigid either. It's a sensible amount of pressure. And what I should point out is I'm not just using my right arm. I'm still turning my body, because I don't want to see someone doing this drill and just flicking their wrist at the ball, something like that. You won't chip very well if you do that. I'm going to keep my wrist, a little bit of pressure on my wrist, keep my body turning, and that body turn plus a little bit of flow in my wrist of my lower hand there is going to give me the flow that I'm looking for. So let's see if we can pop some into that bucket. So a little bit too hard with that one. Now, this is a game you can play amongst yourselves. You can maybe see how many you can do in a row, or out of a certain number. Or what's really fun is if you may have got someone else in your household and you can, I don't know, maybe take it in turns or keep a score or play it something like Tiddlywinks or something like that. But the whole idea of this drill is by having that lower hand on the club, keeping that body turning, letting that club release, have a nice bit of flow. It's going to take any tension out of your short game, which is an absolute killer, and keep you nice and relaxed. So if you can introduce all that freedom to your short game, when you do get back out on the golf course, I'm sure you'll find those delicate little chips and pitches much easier. So have fun with that one. Let me know how you get on, and I'll see you guys next time on Ask Ali.